Hello and welcome to another edition of Crypto News with Chingus, brought to you by Crypto World News. Today is 420. Happy 420. Bitcoin is trading at 89.65, and we got a couple stories to bring to you, so let's get to it. Brought to you by CoinDesk, Amazon. AWS is making Hyperledger and Ethereum easier to use. So what the Amazon Web Service is doing, they're creating templates in a one-stop shop package so that people can pick them up and start their own blockchain. The way this works is they've put together these templates, right? You can launch an Ethereum, either a public or a private, or a Hyperledger fabric, which is private. And they say in a matter of minutes with just a few clicks. It goes on to state that they will have full support for ETH stats and ETH Explorer tool. So that part of Amazon has seen sales increase 55% in 2016, 43% in 2017. They are in competition with Microsoft Azure, and Google is planning their own data web services coming soon. Amazon did announce in 2016 that they were going to start working with blockchain startups, offering dedicated technical support and infrastructure for the firms involved. So this sounds really good, right? Amazon, probably the world's largest web provider, and they're going to have a one-stop shop template if you want to start your own blockchain, right? That sounds really good, but I'm on to you, Amazon. I am on to you, Amazon. Back in 2014, they filed for a patent. Amazon was just granted that patent this week. So brought to you by TechSpot. Amazon was just granted a patent for tracking Bitcoin transactions and selling the data to the government. Is that title scary? Sure. Why wouldn't it be? So what Amazon wants to do with this patent, they want to take multiple data streams from multiple sources all over the world, and they want to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So if you use a website and you buy Bitcoin and that website has a shipping address, they want to add that to the data stream, right? So first they want to analyze the ledger. From the ledger, they're gonna dive in a little deeper and say, okay, well, what else is using these addresses? So they find stores that are using these addresses. Hey, that store, do you have a shipping address? Okay, where else can we go with this? Can we get an IP? Sure, then we could break down the region. And as they add different data elements to these streams, they become more and more and more valuable. And that is when they start targeting who they want to sell them to. So they could sell them to telecom providers or government agencies. Now, the title of this is a little misleading. It just says Bitcoin. And going by our previous article, you say, well, that's not a problem. They're doing Ethereum. Well, that's not the case. So what we have here, one example is a data stream that publishes or includes global Bitcoin transactions or any cryptocurrency transaction. Now, I'm just going to pause just for a second. Let everybody digest the first article. Okay, and then digest what I just read to you. So, listen, guys. Fundamentally speaking, Bitcoin does have built-in anonymity. Is it completely anonymous? No. Can it be? Yeah. It depends how you acquire your Bitcoin and what you do with your Bitcoin. But if we're going to use Bitcoin to buy something out in the market, do we need that to be traced back? Do we need Amazon to get their fingers involved in every single transaction and then to sell that to our government agencies? I don't like it. All right, I don't like it one bit. Amazon's a business and they want to make money. Yeah. Okay, so that's their idea. So they're going to give you a spoon-fed template so that you could start your own blockchain And then from there, they're just going to investigate everything you do and make their job a little bit easier. What this does mean, though, short term, as far as I'm concerned, they will most likely start accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Why? Because then they have transaction data right there with shipping addresses already included, and boom, 2 pieces of the puzzle are already there. If you happen to be on their IP using one of their web services, then they have 3 pieces to the puzzle. 4 pieces to the puzzle: a name, a shipping address, an IP, and your Bitcoin address or whatever cryptocurrency address you use. So very interesting stuff. Let's move on. All right, brought to you by CCN. European Union votes for closer regulation of cryptocurrencies. So everybody said regulation's coming, regulation's coming. They're coming. So the EU, they have had a monster vote, 574 to 13. And what this is going to do is going to impose stricter regulations on exchanges to begin with. So let me read this line to you right here. The new legislation, which seeks to completely erode the anonymity associated with cryptocurrency, exchange platforms, and custodian wallet providers. Okay, and that passed 574 to 13, like we were talking. Criminals use anonymity to launder their illicit proceeds or finance terrorism. This legislation helps address the threats to our citizens and the financial sector by allowing greater access to the information about the people behind firms and by tightening rules regulating virtual currencies and anonymous prepaid cards. Listen, we knew regulations were coming. That's fine. Just don't over-regulate it. But then to come here and say that this is all because people are using it illegally to finance terrorism and launder money. Come on. Come on. Just do a little research, man. I can't. I want to tell you about it because you need to know, especially out if you're in the EU. This is going to be taken in effect. They have 18 months to comply. One thing they do have to do is they have to be registered. So crypto exchange platforms and service providers have to be registered, and they'll be required to apply due diligence controls for customers while adhering to customer verification requirements. So, you know, the Wild Wild West is slowly coming to an end, and we just have to move along with it. So it is what it is. This is something that it's pretty important. I mean, this is something that's coming from, the entire EU. So, a lot of people are affected right there. Currently in the United States, they're talking about regulations. They haven't come up with anything yet. I believe they'll have something by summer. If it's not implemented, it'll at least be talked about and maybe voted upon. To finish up our 420, we need a happy story. And, why not talk about Pornhub? So Verge, this is brought to you by AMB Crypto. Verge made headlines a few days ago, and they saw a 45% increase when they announced that they had a secret partnership. Then when the partnership ended up being Pornhub, people got a little upset about that, and boom. And, you lost 30%. Listen, it's porn. It's Pornhub. It's digital currency. This makes sense. This is a partnership that makes sense. You're talking about hundreds of millions of views a day, and you're able to make payments with a cryptocurrency. Come on. This is brilliant. Anybody who doesn't think it's brilliant, come talk to me. It's brilliant. Anyway, this isn't much of an article, but we did want to leave on a happy note. So since the release, they have said that Verge proved the speculations wrong, as Pornhub announced that they have received thousands of Verge payments ever since they officially partnered with Verge and stepping foot into the crypto world. It was a good idea. We have a saying in the crypto sphere, right? You buy the rumor, you sell the news. So if you bought the rumor, you're up 45%. You sell the news, boom, you lock out, right? You drop 30, you still up 15. Okay, that's not bad at all. That tells you that this was a good idea. Verge is currently trading at 72 cents with a market cap of 1 billion and has seen a significant rise of more than 16% in the last 24 hours. That's fantastic. All right, so we're gonna leave off on a little zinger there, a little happy news. It's 420. Bitcoin has since dropped to 88.64. But anyway, my name is Chinggis. Thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. Go check out Crypto World News. Check out their Discord. Check out their Twitch. Swing over, stop by, say hi, and that's a wrap. Enjoy the weekend. Freaking Pornhub. Like Verge. You know, like Verge. Verge, right? I'm pretty sure that was Super Bowl, right? So that was the whole Super Bowl thing. Porn. It just makes sense. Why didn't nobody see this coming? Besides, you're talking about a website with hundreds of millions of views. Hundreds of millions. Who thought that was a bad idea? That was a great idea. A freaking great idea.